Nick Stefanisson, the head coach, and we are getting underway.
Do you know why I think of good cars after every training session? Because. Because good cars helped me find the perfect car.
Good people, good service, good cars.
If you have a project that needs access or material that needs moving, we have the solution for you. Access Solutions and Forklift Solutions have got the products, the people, and the passion to solve even the most complex access and material handling challenges. Proudly Kiwi-owned and operated, Access Solutions is New Zealand's leading specialist in providing hire, lease, sales and servicing of access equipment, forklifts and aluminium scaffolding.
Whatever the problem, we've got the solution.
Kia ora koutou, welcome everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez. I'm here today with Matt Whitfin, and we are calling the final game here in Christchurch at home for the Red Devils, and the final game of the season for the Dunedin Phoenix Thunder. Welcome, Matt. Welcome back.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for having me up here. And yes, you're correct. It is the final game for the Phoenix Thunder this season, and they wanted to go out on a high tonight, I believe.
And in trying to do so, a goalie change. Alex Powell.
Yeah, Alex Powell hasn't played much this season, and he finally gets a chance to show what he can do on away ice, I believe. So hopefully that provides some sort of difference to the play that the Phoenix Thunder can put on the ice tonight, because last night wasn't exactly up to their standards.
And tonight, Dan Reason staying in goal for the Red Devils after a 8-3 win yesterday, giving up just a goal period. Dan Reason is going to anchor the attempt for the Red Devils to navigate this very narrow way to get to the playoffs. But as it happened yesterday, we'll bring up the table again. Everything broke correctly for the Red Devils. We'll talk a little bit more about this as we go. But they need 3 regulation wins and some help. And if they can pull that off, they just might get into that 3rd spot. But regardless of that, the game's going to start here in just a moment. The referee with the puck. So let's get ready and enjoy this one. The curtain closer here in Christchurch. First period action underway at the Alpine Ice. That puck won quickly by Enright, and a kick save already by Reason.
He's looking for that first goal again, Matt Enright.
And the Thunder very quick on the puck to start the game. The Red Devils throw that one the length of the ice.
That could very well be a high stick. It was touched by Matt Enright right up in the air. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't called.
And nearly turned over to Eden, but the Thunder have it. They break out, dump it forward. Enright chops at it, goes all the way back to Brown. Brown throws it around the boards. It's going to go out to Chris Eden. He's coming up the left side, looking for some help as he's 1-on-3. He gets pinched right off of him. A big hit against Lilly by Orr, but Lilly comes out best on that. And the Thunder hold on to the puck with some quick action here right out of the gate. Thunder with it. Bit of forechecking. Malinsky up high along with Carey looking for a steal quickly here. But the Thunder move it out. Audis throwing it down the right side. And that's Jack Lewis, you said, in number 7.
Jack Lewis wearing number 7, Oliver Barry's jersey this game, I should say.
And Lang throwing it in. Malinsky's there first. Malinsky captures the puck. Shot, and it's just on the line. Carey with a wrister.
And I think they put it back through the crease on the second attempt as well.
It was a close one. Already 90 seconds in, and it's just been a very hot game. Both teams going after it offensively right out of the gates. Lang trying to pass that one, but that's intercepted by Allen. Turned away at the blue line, but it's still Thunder puck inside the zone. Allen with it.
Just needed to release that one on net, I think, rather than dangle around with it.
And that comes in offsides for just a moment, but turned around. Josh Lowe with an intercepted pass. And there's a penalty coming up. That's going to be a trip coming up here.
There was Luke Tyon going into the middle of the ice with the puck, and he got tripped up by number 11, George Hopkins.
And, yeah, let's see. Might by chance have captured that one. Nope, didn't get that one.
Good opportunity here for the Thunder to get on the board first like they did last night on a power play. They didn't get too many of these last night. I think the Red Devils had the most opportunities with the man advantage.
And Orr wins that face-off, but it's turned over and a big hit. Who was that? That was Lewis hitting the deck on that one. But they retained possession. Wamford with it at the near point. Darling with a slap shot attempt. Didn't get all of that. He's going to get it back. He's holding it. Deflection that goes just to the side of Reason's net. And it was a quick deflection. He had no chance, so lucky for him it was off target. And they dig that puck out. It goes the length of the ice. The Red Devils get a change here. Carey, Lang, Tappan, and Nichols out for the kill. The Thunder set up, and they look to get some speed going through neutral here. That was one of their problems yesterday, was getting through that neutral zone. This time they dump and chase. Tappan slaps it away. Carey sends it out. That actually hits the net first. That's not a penalty in this building, though, Matt. That's it's just an out-of-play situation because it was just over the – but
yeah.
It's where the plexiglass would be.
Yeah, it doesn't hit the boards, but there would be glass here in most arenas, so no second penalty there. I wonder if you take that opportunity more often as a defensive player, just to send it into that low netting, because it's not a penalty, but you get the stoppage.
Yeah, the problem is it comes back into the defensive face-off here, and that's an advantage for the offense. Reason takes that shot, pins it down with his glove, and we'll do it again. 59 seconds remain on the power play, but it is an interesting strategy, man. It would be
if you're desperate for a stop,
yeah,
that could be something that you purposely do. But
you're exactly right. If it was a desperation situation, that is the best situation to do.
I would like to see the Phoenix Thunder win a few more face-offs tonight. They were under the pump last night.
2 tries at it there for the Thunder, but Reason kicks it away. Stays in with Stitley. Stitley pushes it low. Everybody asking for it. Cycled around. Shot in. Stitley's going to collect it again. 41 seconds to go on this power play. And that's tipped away. Sent the length of the ice, allowing for some changes for the Red Devils. And the Thunder just, they had a couple of opportunities so far. Oh, and that's a big turnover to Malinsky. Shorthanded opportunity. He holds on to it. No shot there. He's just going to skate,
That's
and kill
a
time.
sign of a good patient player there.
Just holding that puck, killing a good 20 seconds on that. And that one goes all the way into the corner from Nichols. And the Thunder are going to try to set up here, but only 3 seconds to go on the power play. We're going to be back equal with Hopkins jumping out of the box, and he's right in the play. That was going right by him.
That was one of those opportunities that was so close to hitting him as he was still half on, half off the bench.
And that's going to go for icing as it was flipped in a little too far. Hopkins is going to stay out. You're right. It was very
close.
And that would have been another 2 minutes, but he was judged to have touched it after the penalty had expired and leaving the ice there. So it's a close one, and it's been close so far, but still no goals. It felt like somebody would have had to have scored by now, but here we are with just over 4 minutes in. And
maybe it's opposite weekend. Last night was high scoring. Maybe this will be the tight game of the weekend.
Chandler to Lilly, and then Tyon trying to get a hold of it in front of the net, but he's just upended at the crease, and play continues. Shot in by Lilly again at the point, but this one's going to get kicked out to neutral. Sent back in for a moment, and a stick on the ice. The Red Devils with the puck, and the Thunder with wholesale changes on the fly as a long pass ahead to Dallimore. He gets the zone, but loses the puck in the process, but Malinsky nearly steals it. He now has it in front. Nichols couldn't connect on that shot. Nichols sends it around to Malinsky. Malinsky tries to just jam it home. Power was up to that one. That goes out to the netting on the sideboards, and that's going to be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Red Devils.
That will be something that the Phoenix Thunder probably would have talked about watching the replay this afternoon. There's a few opportunities for the Red Devils with players in front of the net, no one on them. which is a problem early in the season for the Phoenix Thunder, and they need to tighten that up if they want to prevent a few of those goals from in front of this game.
And Pospisil getting the puck after the face-off win. Out to the point, low shot. That was George Hopkins taking one there. The rebound to Pospisil. Couldn't get the wrister back on the backhand. Back out to Hopkins. Oh, and a deflection there. He really wants one today, I can guarantee you. I talked to him yesterday. Nothing would be better than to get that man his first NZIHL goal.
I'm surprised he hasn't picked one up.
Yeah, he's played a lot of games. He's a Centurion and no goals. He's got the entire league record for that one, but you know he is a defenseman.
Not a glorious record to have.
Well,
it's a record though.
I could argue that because they keep getting him out there, even though
it's
he's
a good
scoring a redeflection. Oh, that was close. Gregory not quite getting it knocked home on the 5-hole shot, but it was very close as that was
a fantastic reaction from Reason as that was directed straight through the gap in between the pads of Reason.
And a face-off coming up on the right side here. Whoops, that camera's a little over from there. And the Thunder win that one. Otis getting there first. Willis getting behind that for defense. Darling there. Chips it to Gregory. Gregory leaves it in, but that nearly takes the photographer and a multi-$1,000 lens out. That would have been something to write home about, or your insurance company, one or the other.
I imagine you would dive in front of your gear if puck came up this way, Matt, because you probably got a few $1,000s worth of gear here as well.
I haven't told you. I've been hit up here, so just
okay.
Yeah, keep your eyes up. Otis not able to get it. It goes out to Malinsky. He's going to cut in, shot, and a great save. Another shot by Carey. Rebound stopped, and two great chances for the Red Devils. That's turned right around. Jacob Carey with it again. He passes it forward. They gain the zone 3-on-4. Tipped forward. Goes behind the net. Carey collects it. Now it's to Lang. Lang gets his stick stuck in the door.
No.
That just is unfortunate. When you see it springing around there, that is something.
He's got time to go and get it, though, as the puck has remained in the zone.
And now he's got it again. He goes chasing it. Lang on it.
That thing's going to explode on the next shot. If he hasn't cracked that in the heel there, I'm going to be very surprised.
Otis taking it across 3-on-3 for the Thunder. He takes a shot. Reason with an excellent position save there as he closed the door on that left side. Pass through the middle. Brown getting it to Lang, but that's turned over, and Gregory skating it back in for the Thunder. He's been out there for a little while. Shot.
Oh, wow. Right over the left shoulder of Reason with an absolute blister of a shot.
Oh, Reason was looking at it like he was swatting a fly, and it went right by his ear. That is one of the best shots you'll see in this league. Just ripped it, Gregory did. Here's the replay as we go through. He's just going to take it. Reason doesn't see it immediately, and Gregory with the opening goal this afternoon at 12:34 remaining in the first. 1-0 the score. The Phoenix Thunder on top.
Geez, the only thing a goalie can do in that situation is grow an extra 3 inches, because that over the shoulder is perfectly placed.
And there's going to be a penalty there. I think Lachlan Hodge was elbowed or hit in the face, one or the other, but
Tristan Weekly has got about 2 feet on Lachlan Hodge, so his elbows are just about that right height there. He's probably doesn't have to do much to get it up into his gear.
No, that Weekly's at that height that you really have to be careful about who's around you, because you just end up getting penalties without meaning to, and I think that's what happened there. But Hodge was elbowed or hit in the head, I guess, officially. So power play for the Red Devils. They win that face-off. Kept in. Orr gets it over to Eden. Sideboards on the far end of the ice. Sent up the blue line to Pospisil. Pospisil with a cross-ice pass. Eden collects it. Nichols.
This would be power play unit number 2 for the Red Devils out there.
Pospisil Brown.
Ooh, wow.
That was deflected by Nichols. It just got away from the goal mouth, just barely.
Yeah, just off the toe of Power.
Nichols back out to the point. Eden holds on to it, gives it to Brown. Brown looks to a pass. Pospisil cycling back to Brown. Long shot, that's deflected in front, and then that's sent out. and the length of the ice. Brown's going to go collect it as the Thunder get their players switched up here. Flight and Gregory back out, but so is the top line for the Red Devils as they change up here. Off to Jacob Carey. Carey flips it back to Tappan. Tappan sends it around. He gets hit by Flight. He'll remember that one tomorrow. And as that play goes around, that's a Carey getting it across to Orr. Orr can't get that shot off. Eden giving it back to Orr, but he wasn't there. That's going to go all the way back. 40 seconds to go on the power play for the Red Devils. Lang collects the puck. Gets it back, skating through, gains the zone, takes the shot, little too high, hits the glass, comes back out into the corner, goes around to Tappan. Tappan collects.
20 seconds remaining on the power play.
Passed out to the corner. Carey with it, long shot in the gear, Power with a save, and they get a well-needed face-off to kind of organize their offense here with 15 seconds to go on the power play.
Yeah, it took a while for the Red Devils to get their top line out there, and they did get a couple of players out there in the middle of that power play, but they finally have Carey, Lang, and Malinsky out there together, and they don't have much time to work, though.
No, that shot goes ringing around the boards, and Carey's going to have to collect that one on the far side.
That'll do it for the power play.
Malinsky's, a little missed communication on that pass. Not the least of which for me, stumbling over my words, but Malinsky and Carey coming in. Just as dangerous anyways, 5-on-5 with that line.
Oh, yeah.
And right in front, that was a looking for a deflection in the crease. And just somebody to redirect it past Power, but nobody was home, and Power makes the save.
Yeah, it did a good job of just not allowing that one to bounce around. It came from an odd angle, so it could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, it was almost parallel to the goal line the way that came in, but that's not a spot where a goalie's ready to take that puck in.
Yeah, he's got to try and keep square to any players in the front as well.
Lowe shoots it from the point. Orr's got it. 2-on-1, but he gets away. Sneaky move. Orr continues with the puck, gets it back to the point. Lowe jumps on it, but it's turned over. Allen's got it for just a moment, but he's going to get it stolen from him by Pospisil. In front, shot and goal! Chris Eden.
That is a result of the Phoenix Thunder unable to get the puck out. They turned it over and they had plenty of time, but passing behind Allen meant he couldn't get a clean exit and he had to turn back, and then the turnover led to that goal for Chris Eden.
Yeah, as that puck just got stuck on the near mid boards, it gets dug out, and that pass was perfect to Chris Eden as he was just skating hard in the slot and knocks it home to tie this game up 1-1 with just under 10 minutes to go. The Red Devils quickly making some changes there, and they are underway again. Tie game.
Very much like yesterday's game with the Thunder, scoring early and taking the lead before the Red Devils scored it back.
And it was quick as well yesterday, so this really is just kind of setting up to be a mirror image, which would be great for the Red Devils given that they had 6 goals in the second period yesterday.
Not so good for the Phoenix Thunder.
But usually this game doesn't give us photocopies, so we'll see how this goes. Dallamore's got the puck. He holds on to it. Got 3 guys on him. He's just skating around, waiting and setting up. The rest of the changes made by the Red Devils. Gould out there. He's going to gain the zone and turn it over immediately. Ian Audis with it.
Yeah, that's a hip check that you like to see working.
And Gregory gets it out of the zone. Hodge trying to
that was high up into Tappan's chest there. Might have clicked at his chin.
Shot in from the blue line. That gets knocked aside from Power, and a couple more changes. Top line back out, or Carey's back out there, and there goes Lang and Malinsky, but that goes for icing. Thunder not going to be able to change here, and the top line back out on the ice for the Red Devils to try to double their tally. Thunder
really need to try and keep players on players in that neutral zone. The Red Devils are making really good stretch passes. They did it yesterday, and they're doing it today. One of them led to a great chance for Malinsky earlier on. He called out for a long pass right up the middle of the ice.
Face off one, and it was right off the chalkboard as far as that play goes. It was Lang to Malinsky, but Power was there this time. Willis has the puck. Pass forward to Carey. No icing here. That was played or touched, or could have been played. Depends on the rules.
Might have been touched, I think, by Carey or Tristan Darling.
And because of that, we continue on, and Nichols is going to get that puck, pushes it against the board. Thunder finally gain the zone. They walk in. Ellis trying to skate past Nichols. He goes down. Nichols
doing a good job there.
And a nifty pass there right at the blue line. Carey getting it to Lang, up to Malinsky, and too easy. The Thunder just not getting back in time. And the big three for the Red Devils, making them pay.
Yeah, Power chose his man, and the pass was good enough to get across.
Yeah, just nobody getting back in time, really, and that gets across. It's just too simple of a goal for the Red Devils to pull off there. And it was what we were talking about yesterday as well. Skating, especially that top line. If you can outskate your opponent, it makes a huge advantage for the offense in that situation. So 2-1 the score. Rolf with it. Rolf sends one in against Reason, kicked aside. Red Devils have that puck in the corner, sent back out. Rolf gets to Allen. And that's thrown back in. The Thunder have the puck behind, but that's Pospisil with a heavy forecheck, and Orr now in front. Thunder just not able to clear again, and another chance for the Red Devils. And that is into the corner. And a call coming here. That's going to be against the Red Devils as they had the puck, and a cross check is going to be called on Chris Eden. So that was an interesting one to get in that period, or in that position. It doesn't normally happen that the offensive player gets called for that there.
Yeah, I think just a battle down low, and someone just maybe took it a little too far. You know, there's always back and forth between players down low.
And that's going to put the Phoenix Thunder back on the power play. They win the faceoff, hold on to the puck at the point. Darling sends it back in. Gregory chasing it down, but he's bothered by two of the players on the defensive box there for the penalty kill for the Red Devils, and they just let that get out. That was Lewis that did that. Boy, once you get used to a number, oh, it's something. But Lewis out there in number 7, and he has the puck as the Thunder come in, goes out to Gregory. Tap in there. Out to Wamfer. He's got it at the blue line. He passes. He's got a heck of a shot. I'm surprised he passed there. He's got it again at the point, looking for somebody. Decides to go low. 5-hole shot, and it just gets kicked aside by Reason. And just the what the Red Devils needed there.
They've got a long player up front. It's Carey.
And Carey's out there taking a long shot. Power knocks it away.
Just fought that one off, man. What a shot there.
And, boy, that was a sneaky shorthanded attempt. Gregory with it again. You cannot close your eyes when Jacob Carey's on the ice. He will burn you if you're not careful. Stiley with it. Long shot, deflected.
He's hit Darling up high there.
Yeah, that puck is just nailing everybody today. It's something.
Keep those shots down. There's not going to get many deflections up high like that.
Otis to Stiley. Stiley oversteps it. That is offsides.
Yeah.
They don't, and that may be an intentional offsides because he skated right after it, but maybe he didn't know there. We'll see how that gets.
The blue lines here are not as sharp as other arenas. No. It can be quite hard to see if it's just gone over.
Yeah, so I think they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt here and face off just outside the zone. 33 seconds to go on the Phoenix Thunder power play. Jackson Flight to take that one. Flight versus Orr on this, and Flight wins it and come in the zone quickly. That's Ellis on the left side looking for a pass. He holds it, goes around the net.
Look how quickly the Red Devils sort of got into a short box around the goal there. There's no way for a centering pass from Flight.
And it's been interesting watching it because they really have this flex box. They really tighten in at certain times, but as soon as the puck goes out to the side boards, they stretch it aggressively, and it's worked for them all year. It does again now, and that is just in time for the penalty to not be icing.
Right on the time.
Yeah, 5-on-5 now. Thunder still with the puck. or with a heavy forecheck. 3 players up for the Red Devils, and they get the puck. And they play it into the corner. Malinsky has it. He looks for a pass out to the point. Now he goes through the crease there. It's going to be Dan Nichols out on the left side. He takes a low shot in. Power gloves it with Malinsky on the doorstep. The best thing he could have done was stop play there.
Yeah, that was going wide, but he did not want to risk Malinsky knocking that one down in midair.
So the 4.5 to go. 2-1 the score. The Red Devils up on this one with that beautiful breakaway goal that they just had a couple of minutes ago. And Hayden Poole to take this one for the Red Devils. He wins that. Leaves it to Hopkins. Hopkins throws it into the corner. And Hodge working to chase that one down against 2 of the Thunder players there. That's not kept in. Tappan pushing that backhanded. I don't think that cleared the zone, but it does now. And back to the Thunder. That's Wanfer with it. He's going to hold on to it and go behind the net. Hodge with a forecheck. And Wanfer holding it for an extended period. Staying on his stick. Great move there. Quick back and forth to get it back again. He's going to look behind Reason. And Allen with a shot. All that work from Wanfer may seem like it didn't go for anything, but everybody got off the ice for the Thunder there. They have fresh legs. Lewis back out. Gregory with the puck. Gregory still holding. Back out to the point. And Tappan trying to carry it out. And it does go to neutral. Another penalty coming up here. I think
it's got a hold on Tappan.
Yeah, I think it's Tappan for holding.
Well, the Phoenix Thunder are definitely getting their opportunities on the power play this period. It would be nice to see them convert one of them, you know, just for some momentum going into the second period. We've got about 3 minutes 20 left in the first.
And that's exactly what it is. It's a game of momentum on this. Yesterday, the Red Devils ran that out with a couple of good goals in the second period and took that game really out of discussion quickly. In this case, the Thunder with this power play are really going to try to keep this close, where the Red Devils might get they're working for a shorthander here. Boy,
Yeah.
Lang just keeping 3 people at bay there.
What a absolute
And Carey with it again. And a penalty coming back. That is I think that's Gregory's going to go for a hook.
yeah, what a dream lineup for you penalty kill. Carey and Lang. You know, they're doing all the offense as well. That top line absolutely dominating last night's game. And now on the penalty kill, an aggressive forecheck.
Sorry, it was Wanfer with the hook there.
Well, the
And-
way Carey stepped out in front of the net like that, you can't let him. You can't let him get his hands free for a shot, because we've seen him place it just wherever he wants.
And I think that's what I was going to say. That was another one of those professional fouls that it may have prevented a goal, and you can't be mad at that if you're taking 2 minutes for your team on that. So it's going to go 4-on-4 for a little while here, at least for another 86 seconds. Thunder sending that in. That shot gets kicked aside and behind the net. The Red Devils to move it out. Trying to get it up to Eden, but
Good read by Tane Allen.
Yeah, it was Allen jumping in front of Orr's pass. Flight has it now. He sends it across. That's picked off for a moment, but then turned back to Allen in that case, and sent to Ellis. Orr fighting him for the puck. And that's turned back around. 4-on-4 is how we're going right now. Goes around to Nichols. Thunder going for the change here. 45 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. That's just given away.
Yeah, I think he passed it to a player that was going for a change, unfortunately, for the Red Devils.
Yeah, that's just a mental mistake there, but turnover, and that was
It's a good pass up to Enright. He got taken hard by Nichols, though.
Yeah, he did pick his head up just in time to avoid the big collision, but Enright still skating with it.
Oh, lost his...
And he skates through that stick. That's not a trip call there.
Yeah, he picked it up and gave it back to Eden, too.
Yeah.
Very, very nicely done.
That might be the most polite non-penalty I've seen in a long time. Eden with it now, with said stick. Takes his shot. That goes off the gear never gets onto power.
If he had scored there, I'd say that was given an assist to Matt Enright.
There it is. There's this. Oh, just missed the frame. Eden with a quick shot.
Oh, wow.
And another one that was.
That's a quick whistle.
Yeah, that was a very quick whistle as that puck was still out. Eden with 2 opportunities in the front. And another shot in the crease by Malinsky at the end, but that was after the whistle.
The second opportunity actually bounced off the defenseman's skate and went back on, and Power just managed to kick that leg out.
Yeah, and so far Powers had himself a pretty good first period. He hasn't given up any howlers, that's for sure. And the Thunder really needed some help in the back after yesterday's game, but a lot of game left to go. That puck gets taken away from the pile of bodies that ended up behind the net.
It's a real hard-fought battles going on behind the net there.
Gregory to Flight. Flight's going to gain the zone. Hold on to it.
Yeah,
He's looking for Blair.
Yeah, Morgan Blair was just on the right there, all alone.
That gets passed out. Goes to neutral. Pass to Carey, but they were expecting it. And that gets back out to neutral for the Thunder. A good walkthrough by Gregory as he holds on to the puck. But he gets turned over. That goes back out to Lang.
It's Carey on the far side. Oh,
And
Darling just come off the bench at the right time there.
yeah, it was almost kind of a slashy kind of thing, but he never really made too much contact, just in a nuisance. Shot to Reason by Flight.
Is he going to play this one?
He
surely has to play that one.
Nobody's there. He won't get the face-off when that's going on. So Lang has it. He skates through, takes a shot, and just at the buzzer.
Ooh, yeah, that was right on the buzzer.
Hits Power right in the gear. And we get to the first intermission. 2-1 the score for the Red Devils, with another good 20 minutes by them doing exactly what they need to do to stay in this playoff hunt.
Yeah, I'd say that's fairly even sort of a period.
Fairly even, with the exception of that one breakout. That is the cause of that second goal. I think that was the one real mental mistake by the Phoenix Thunder in that particular period, and it was paid off. That is the difference in the game at the moment, at least in my opinion. But otherwise, you're right. It is a very evenly fought first period, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, you've got a guest coming out here.
Well, I'm looking for him, but I don't see him. I don't see him here. I wonder if he's forgotten or if he's just tied up with someone else. But
who was that?
Sam Ortis. We're trying to get Sam Ortis on here for a quick interview, but I don't see him.
Well, we'll go to commercial here, and we'll see if he shows up. If not, we'll go to an intermission break. But yeah, that's goalies for you. That's what happens. You get hit in the head too many times. I don't know. No, that's just a bad hockey joke. Anyway, we'll see you guys here in a few minutes, and we may come back with that interview. Otherwise, we'll see you for second period action.
Do you know why I think of good cars after every training session? Because. Because good cars helped me find the perfect car.
Good people, good service, good cars.
If you have a project that needs access or material that needs moving, we have the solution for you. Access Solutions and Forklift Solutions have got the products, the people, and the passion to solve even the most complex access and material handling challenges. Proudly Kiwi-owned and operated, Access Solutions is New Zealand's leading specialist in providing hire, lease, sales and servicing of access equipment, forklifts, and aluminium scaffolding.
Whatever the problem, we've got the solution.
Nick Stefanisson, the head coach, and we are getting underway here at Nick Stefanisson, the head coach, and we are getting underway here at the Alpine Ice. Kind of deflected as it came in, and it's going to go back out to neutral. Allen dumps, but the Thunder looking for, it's right in front, shot, and a goal. That was quick. The captain with the garbage collection right in front.
Matt Enright, after missing last weekend with illness, comes back in and gets the first goal. He asked me before the game who I thought would score first, and he was sitting right beside me. I should have said, you Matt, I believe in you. Charlie knew it, so that's 2 for Charlie this year.
Gregory loses that one, gives it to Nichols. That goes all the way up to the point, shot, goal! Pospisil with a banger.
What a play. The stretch pass up the ice collected by Pospisil perfectly into the stick.
Back to Brown. All the way to the other side of the ice. Cross ice pass. Pospisil takes a shot, and Moore gets across in time. Shot.
Back to 5-on-5 now.
For a pass. Holds it. Backhand pass. Great deflection by Malinsky. Another good backhand shot, and that is stopped by Moore.
Cross for Lang. Kerry's heading to the net here.
Lang, Malinsky, Carey, Lang. Shot. Where'd it go? It's behind the net. Nobody knew. Moore certainly didn't. See how we go here. Second period action coming up from the Alpine Ice here in Christchurch.
Goal scorers from first period, Matt Enright for the Phoenix Thunder and Pospisil for the Canterbury Red Devils.
Josh looking to pass that up to Carey. Carey coming up the left side, gains the zone, 2-on-3, skips his man, holds on to it, wrist shot and goal! Boy, what a sequence. Jacob Carey opening the scoring here in the second period, just over 2 minutes in.
Just want to see them spread it out and make short passes. And
Lang wins that face-off to Malinsky. Malinsky with a shot and a goal!
Just a loose puck there that he cleaned up.
Just kind of left alone. Moore just stuck out in no man's land. He was looking for a pass. 3-on-2 for the Red Devils. Pass across ice, shot. And I think Moore thought that actually went in because he backed off of it. And another shot by Nichols as that goes out of play. Collected by Chris Eden. Back to Malinsky. Malinsky passes it forward to Lang. He's all alone for a moment. Takes the wrister. Stopped by Moore. Glove save in the gear. The Red Devils with it. Eden with a pass to Pospisil. Back to Eden. In front, short, and goal. Getting that goal, boy, it had me out of position as well as I ducked around the camera. But there is the fourth goal. In to Chris Eden. Eden can't get that shot on target. Knocked into the corner. Shot and a goal.
That's 43, number
that was
43, Chris Eden.
Chris Eden. And that shot by Eden, getting by Moore.
Settle things in, and then you get someone like Jacob Carey with the puck.
And a goal, just like that.
What did I say?
Skates it in. He skates it in backwards as he looks for the pass to Malinsky. Shot by Carey and a goal.
Wow. Did he even leave the ice? I don't think he did.
I don't think so. Goalie, do they have another
brought
one?
Sam Ortis with them this weekend, so they brought a junior goalie who's.
But it's held in at the point for a moment. Now 2-on-1 for the Thunder. Goes over to Otis. Otis with a shot, reaching. And that goes right in front. Allen with a shot and a goal.
Get the puck down the end.
Yeah,
put it on net.
And that puck just kind of went to the right spot for Allen.
The energy maybe be a little bit lower. The accuracy has not been as good.
Recredited to him.
Yeah, some guys are just bred for scoring goals. Others are bred for putting in big checks and playing defense. You know.
And a goal. Right off the face-off on replay, because this did not happen in much time at all. Face-off one, and just like that goes by Reason. So there should be a little bit of nerves going on here. Shot, and Reason in front. Snow Angels. Shot again by Lewis, deflected. And the Red Devils are in need of some caffeine to get things going here. Pospisil doing a great job holding on to that. Leaves it for the point. Big shot by Nichols off Moore. Big deflection. Behind and a goal.
Oh, yeah.
Pospisil saving the day.
The Phoenix Thunder might have been getting a little bit of a momentum going their way. They had a chance down the end about 20 seconds ago. Oh.
And that finishes it. 8-3 the score this afternoon. The Red Devils get their much needed win. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice. First intermission fun. You know what time it is. It is the Under-12 Super League. And this will be, again, this is the curtain drop for the Red Devils here at home. So our last Super League game. Today we have players from the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association's Under-12 Super League competing during this intermission with the Spiders in the red and blue jerseys against the Panthers in the black and purple there. If you have a child that might be interested in giving hockey a try, Canterbury Ice Hockey Association has a Learn to Play program that offers a free trial session, gear included. That's a nice goal. Gear included for children interested in giving it a go. To learn more, just Google the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association or visit the website ciha.org.nz to arrange a free session. Just another shout out to these kids that are out here playing. That's a great snap. And a celly. You gotta love it. A lot of the kids, or a lot of the players in the league, started out in programs just like this. And it is how you get your start. The kids have all the gear. They can tumble and fall. They've all got helmets. The puck in this case is a blue puck. Ooh, another good one. Lots of goals today. It's a nice little, it's not exactly soft, but it's certainly a lot softer than a standard puck. So the kids get a chance to play and try to be like their heroes. It's a great program. If your kids are even mildly interested, it is worth getting that free session and see if they enjoy it, because it's, for me anyways, it's a lot better than just skating around in a circle, although that's fun too. You got to get out and play a game. So we'll leave it to these guys, the Panthers and the Spiders, enjoying their time on the ice, and we'll be back for second period action here in just a few minutes here at the Alpine Ice. 2-1 the score for the Red Devils. Welcome back, everybody. They will get to that interview after the second. The action was very fierce, Matt. The first period just flying by. But it was, in a way, it felt very reminiscent of yesterday, although this time the Red Devils got 2 goals out of it.
Yeah, I'd say that even was quite close. No team really sort of dominated for large periods of time. And like you say, very reminiscent of last night's first period. I noticed the Thunder, Phoenix Thunder coach Guillaume watching the replay, trying to figure out what they can do to try and get some goals in this game, because if anything, this is the second period they really need to keep an eye on the top line for the Red Devils.
Yeah, that top line is extraordinarily dangerous, and it's going to be interesting to see with the short shifts and the short benches whether or not that becomes a factor like it did yesterday. But here we go. Second period action is going to start up here with Sean Brown just getting out onto the ice. We get going here for the second period. Puck drops, goes right to Brown, just figures, and he throws it in against Power. Power sets it aside. Pospisil with a shot on that fresh ice. He swings at it again. Goes out to the Thunder, and that is Enright with I think it was just plucked off his stick for a moment, just in time by Brown. And Orr comes right back down. Eden with it into the corner, looking for a pass back, but that gets knocked back to neutral.
Alice with a good stick in the passing lane on that one.
Sent around to Brown again. He swings it, but it was Flight that knocked it down.
Yeah, he kept it in on top of the blue line there.
Or with it 2-on-4. He takes a wrister, knocked aside. And that puck kind of just goes to Darling there in the crease, who decides to go to the corner, strangely. Brown with a shot. That goes straight at Power. He gloves it. It kind of deflects away, and it gets sent down the length of the ice. On target, though, and Reason is going to hold on to it.
Yeah, and the ref's not allowing a change.
Which is odd given where, who was that? That was Jack Lewis was right in on Reason that caused it.
Yeah, he got there not in quick time, but
yeah.
Hey, referees using their discretion on the timing of things to make that call.
And it's going to be Ian Audis. They're having another discussion. And they're bringing Pospisil back out onto the ice because of the no change. So now there's 5 players on the ice for the Red Devils. And Lang to take this face-off against Audis. Audis gets it. Lewis,
second
shot.
Opportunity.
And that goes behind the net. Both of them off target. And Lang gets that puck out. That falls to Lilly. He takes a wrister. It gets deflected back off Lang. Lang's looking at his right leg and not enjoying things. That's sent up to Malinsky. It goes past he and Lilly. And the Thunder have the puck again, but in their defensive zone. They look to get out. High pressure by the Red Devils. Lowe getting that and stealing it. He's got it, passes it, but that gets tipped. And back to Lewis. Lewis gains the line. Passes through the crease. Carey was there. No real danger, but just close to the goal.
Yeah, I'm surprised Lewis didn't try and put a wee dangle on the defenseman Willis there.
And Gregory gets beat. That gets knocked forward, but then Wanford gets there first. Length of the ice, 2-line pass.
Willis.
Gregory can't really do anything with it.
Willis was in good position there to break up that centering pass.
Shot and goal! And Jack Lewis gets another one and ties this game up at 2-2.
I think that was actually Ian Audis who got that one. Yeah, number 27.
Well, let's take a look. We've got that on replay, I think.
Just a giveaway, a turnover just inside the blue line.
And there's the shot. So 2-2 the score.
It happened to the Phoenix Thunder in the first period, and it's happened to the Red Devils. Just, you've got to get that puck out over the line. When you're within about that 2 meters, hard play's got to go out.
And the interesting part is it's been the Thunder that have been having a difficult time getting out of their back third. and it was the Red Devils that got burned by doing it one of the few times that it did happen to them.
Yeah, they've been so good working their way out through the out of the zone and through the neutral zone this weekend. Really utilizing the stretch passes.
Tyon getting that out to Chandler, and that goes over to Wamford. Wamford's got it in the corner. He looks in front, goes through just in front of the crease. That's going to go out, and Allen collects it off to Ellis. Red Devils getting set up. Third line out there for them. That's knocked behind the goal. Tap in. Sorry, not the third line.
Turnover there.
And a turn, yes, in front. And Enright getting a quick wrister there, I think it was.
I think, yeah, Ellis just was like he just made one more move when the player was free. There's a 2-on-1 situation.
And Bull with a shot. That's knocked aside by Power.
Yeah, decided not to use Dallimore.
Dallimore's got it now, though. He's taking a shot. That gets deflected. I think he was trying to go a little lower there. That was a good shot by him, but again, deflected up, and Nichols sends it backwards to Ellis. They have to wait to clear the zone, and because of that, they lose the puck. Dallimore's got it again and sends it back. It goes to Nichols. Sent forward. Bull touched it, and Eden's there first anyways. He gets knocked over by Allen. It's the second time I've missed a 7 and a 3. That's just me, though.
Well, that's going to go all the way down.
And that is going to go. So
just goes past the net.
And Nichols back there to touch up. Icing the call 4 minutes into this second period, and we're back to square. So just in thinking about this, Matt, pretty much the start that the Thunder wants after the second period. They're right back in this.
Yeah. Start off with some good hard forward checking, bring the intensity down in the Red Devil zone, force some turnovers, and keep the crowd out of the game.
Or wins that one, gets it back to Nichols, or redirects that pass. It was funny because his redirection actually took it off target. And Nichols still has that. Long pass forward up to Eden. Leaves it behind. Some speed coming up. Shot. Gets behind Power.
Oh.
But Pospisil's shot just a little bit too close for comfort. That ends up staying just in front of the line.
Yeah, up off the shoulder pads and over the back, and luckily it didn't bounce wrong for him on that one. Those often can just bounce
Didn't get
anywhere. The bouncing puck is just one of those things you just can't predict. It's like a rugby ball,
And because of that, it was luck of the draw there. Shot by Willis.
Yeah, that was another turnover right on the blue line there.
And Power makes a stop. It's been 30 seconds worth of all Red Devils here. And this will be Lang to take this face-off. Another face-off win by the Devils. Willis pushes it forward. Shot. And Carey not able to get that behind Power this time. Gregory with it. He brings it in. And he is just...
Lewis couldn't drag it in.
He got triple teamed, but Lewis had it for a moment as it escaped. Now Wamper, and a shot and goal.
There's Lewis. He doesn't mess this one up.
He got lost among the breaking out offense by the Devils. They just started, they thought they had the puck. They started moving away from it. And Lewis, right place, right time, puts it behind. That was Reason's right shoulder, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see if we got that one.
Yeah, good shift for the Phoenix Thunder on that one. Noah Gregory did a good job fighting his way through multiple players. And there was Jack Lewis, the beneficiary of a quick turnaround from Wamfa. It's happened so fast when you're thinking you're going out of the zone, but then it's a turnover. Your players who are going forward, they're already too late. They're too slow to get back.
That momentum, tough to turn around. And because of that, the Thunder pick up a goal and the lead. They are up on the home team 3-2. The visitors from Dunedin. That puck comes in with Bull. He lifts it over to Dallimore. Then it goes to Hodge. Hodge tries to take a shot, but he's well defended. And the Thunder have it. They throw it out to neutral to Tapin. And Hopkins has it there. Goes up in the air. And a good contingent of Thunder fans here today.
There's only a handful of them, but they are very...
They're not quiet.
Not quiet. I think the coach's partner is over there, being one of the more vocal.
Well, somebody's being vocal over there, that's for sure. And Nichols knocking that back out to neutral.
They got a good read in the second period, which is much different from last night's second period, isn't it?
It is very different. So the carbon copy well over now. And some good moves through the zone there for Brown. He holds on to it, tries to leave it for Orr picks it up. Then back to Brown. Shot, and Power gloves that and holds on to it. And Brown didn't like something that was happening
He had
there.
a one-man shift on that one, wasn't he, Brown? He took it from the back and he forechecked and got the puck back and it shot off right in the middle of the ice.
He made the most of that shift, we'll say that. And that's going to bring a face-off here. I think the Red Devils collectively realizing that, you know, you can't play too far behind here. They do have to win this in regulation to stay in the playoff hunt. The referee holding up that face-off. And they threw somebody off.
Yes. Oh, I'm sure.
Referee not dealing with whatever was said there.
Tristan Darling with something to say.
Tristan,
That was a very quick motion there. I think maybe it was taking a wee while to get to the face-off. Maybe he was saying something about. Now this is a bit of a change-up. They're putting Ian Ortis back on defense for the penalty kills. Now he did play defense when he was growing up through the age groups, but he hasn't very much played defense at this level.
And the Red Devils on the power play immediately. They need to get something working here to tie this game up and pay off that penalty to Darling. Brown with just an absolute bomb going right at the top crossbar. Power reaching up for it with a glove, and that glove knocks it out of play for a stoppage again in the offensive zone for the Red Devils. It's been interesting. That's the first one where it really felt like that was a discipline issue. It wasn't a you know, it wasn't like a part of the game or just incidental to the game of hockey. That was absolutely about the conversation between the referee and the player there.
Yeah, and they're definitely cracking down on any sort of back chat. There's a way to talk to the referees and there's a way not to talk to the referees, and one of them very quickly gets you in the bin.
As it did there, Eden has it up to Brown. Brown's going to sidestep the player he's working against. That was Enright. In front, shot. Oh, wow, that is Joe Orr. Took such a shot there, it went right into the glove of Power. But, I mean, he hit it so hard, I actually saw the snow go behind the goalie and get to the back plexiglass. That's how quick that was.
Yeah, it's like a sonic boom dragging all the dust up, you know.
Yeah, so I don't think it was, I mean, great on Power, but, I mean, that had to be right on him. Eden with it. Long shot. A deflection in front.
It.
He's juggling it, and that puck never really gets settled, but it does come out to the Thunder. Wanfer with it. And remember, they're on the penalty kill here, so it's a very aggressive play by the Thunder as two of the forecheckers are up there, and that's going to give a 3-on-2. Eden holding on to it. He just can't pull the trigger. That's the only problem, and it looks like
net's off.
Yeah, that is the only thing that's going on there. The net's off, so no changes for the Thunder. No changes, I don't think, either way. No, the Red Devils did get a change, right? So
yeah,
that is Enright's going back out. And 57 seconds to go on this power play. Lang ready to take this face-off and drag it back to Malinsky. That's his plan for the slap shot or to carry. We'll see where it goes. And just off of Malinsky, but he's going to get there first. He plays it off his knees. An opportunity shot at just Enright taking it over the crossbar as Malinsky was turned around. And just as quick, the Red Devils are going to get this puck back on the offense. Carey with it, takes the zone, leaves it. Lang back to Carey. Carey goes around the side, goes all the way to Malinsky, who's unguarded. They move the box a little bit closer to the right side. He holds on to it, looks for a pass right in front. And a shot, and there was a whistle before the goal. That is I don't know why he stopped it.
What's he got there? What is the whistle for that one? I didn't really catch? What would have drawn the whistle there?
No idea. I don't know if that's a quick whistle.
It was a very good play by the Red Devils there. I could see it coming.
Yeah, we all could, and that takes a goal off the board. That's going to be a tough one if they don't score here. Shot, that goes off the glove, stays in the corner. Thunder with it. That's knocked down by Carey. The Red Devils have to get reset, but the Thunder with the biggest of breaks here.
Yeah, they got away with one there.
Carey trying to get it in front. Tapin trying to get it around to Malinsky. The penalty now over. Malinsky back to Tapin. He can't get it to him, but he steals it back. Malinsky still has it. Back to Tapin. Sent forward. Shot. Carey with it right in front. Everybody dogpiles it.
This has got to go out.
It's
got to go out.
Audis with no stick, and he was in the crease, but he didn't get on the goal or on the puck. Shot and a goal. There it is. Jacob Carey finally burying it. Karma paying off. 3-3 the score.
Yeah, they probably should have had that one about a minute ago, but they've got that on the board now, and I think the Thunder will be absolutely disappointed with that one because they had an opportunity to clear the puck out a couple of times, and they weren't able to do so.
And that ties it up here. It definitely felt like it was coming, and the referee knocking that one off the board motivated the Red Devils just that much more.
It was almost like the power play never really ended. They kept the puck in the zone. They were piling the pressure on the Phoenix Thunder, and they cracked in the end.
We'll show the replay here. They're about to drop the puck. I got to be careful, but Carey's not on the ice. It's not going to be a 6-second situation. Oh, well, let's see. Allen with Tyon with a shot, and that could have been one of those 6-second goals there, but he just missed the net.
Yeah, about 2 inches outside.
And the Thunder coming right back at it. This is Sunday last week was an offensive explosion. It looks like we're headed for another one today. The way everybody's just shoot first and ask questions later. Thunder popping that back in, but it's going to come back out. Orr's got it. He's going through the middle of the ice. Passes it forward to Pospisil, but he jumped just a little bit, and it's going to be offsides against the Red Devils. Beeley Quarter, Southern Hospitality made Central visit the Beeley Quarter at beeleyquarter.co.nz. Interesting that it's going to center because that means they made a mistake. It looked like Pospisil may have been early, but whatever happened, that was wiped off. Center ice drop. Thunder with it, and interesting again.
We're halfway through the second period. Scores tied at 3 apiece.
Big hit there by Darling on Bull. Didn't really do much for the game itself, but the Thunder looking to break out. That's going to go all the way down, and
they've called off
cleared the icing. That pass goes to Hodge. Hodge looking for some help. He passes it to a position that goes to Hopkins. He does a good job of getting it in the zone, but that's turned over to the Thunder, and Lewis has it now. Bull runs into him, kind of takes the puck for a moment, but puts him in a bad position. Now they're 2-on-2. Wanfer coming in the right side quickly. Takes the shot, little wrister, no trouble for a reason, and that goes into the corner. Tappan's got it. He's looking to get it pushed out. Thought better of a pass to Dallimore, but now Hodge takes that pass. That's deflected, should not go for icing. Allen's got it. He passes it all the way up. 3-liner, and was that Gregory that took the rip there?
Yeah, he was waiting for some players to come in, but they were just a few steps behind.
And Carey coming in fast. Skates all the way in. The goal's off the mount, and that draws the whistle. He
puts the net back.
Yeah, he just kind of got upended a little bit, and
yeah, I think they can't let him skate through the middle like that. They're going to have to use the body on Carey. He's such a good skater that he'll fight his way through soft contact, so they've got to put the big shoulder in.
Yeah,
and we've seen he can score. Like if the puck's at his feet, he can still bring it in and tuck it up high.
And that goal does come off quite a bit, but I mean, it doesn't take much. But in this case, yeah, that's Carey pickpocketing the puck again, passed across, but Malinsky's not in the perfect spot. Wasn't tape to tape in this time, but he's got the puck back. That's deflected, goes into the corner. Lang sitting there waiting for it. He skates right behind, and a shot.
Oh, Powell's got it.
Oh, that is a dangerous position to be in with, I think that was Carey just waiting to slamming that home on that left side.
Yeah, Powell came out hard, and if he hadn't got that one, he was well out of position. I think the man on the back door would have been able to keep that one.
Lang to take this face off.
That was another example of the Phoenix Thunder flying the zone before the puck was really, truly out.
And that goes around to Malinsky behind the net, looking for some help. He comes around. He actually had Power off the pipe there for that wraparound attempt, but it just came off his stick a millisecond too early.
Yeah, he had him fooled there. He had him
did
fooled.
have him beat. And that's going to go not on target, not played, no icing. Thunder with it. And that's Wanfer looking for the outlet up to Chandler. Tyon hit hard by Brown.
Yeah. Just avoided collisions with the, it's sitting there loose.
Ooh, a couple of good shots by the Thunder there.
Yeah.
That was one of those turnbuckle shots if you're not careful with it. Wanfer chasing it down. Carey right on him. He guessed the wrong direction, and he's gassed. He's looking for some help. Gets off the ice, and Allen's got it.
Oh, here's a
3-on-1
opportunity
for the Thunder. Shot
oh,
goal.
Yes! Connor Rolfe snaps it home. I thought he had chosen the wrong option for sure.
Well, usually a 3-on-1 like that, you don't shoot. You find your friends, but he was there, took it, and he was confident. Let's see if we got that one. That's a 3-on-1 that just kind of came out of nothing with the Red Devils change.
Yeah, and perfect triangle position.
But he took the shot. And
That's good. And I think I was talking to Coach Guillaume Leclerc earlier today, and he's like, there's an opportunity last night for a 2-on-1 situation, and Ian Orders took the shot, which I said, I'm surprised he didn't pass it. And he said to me, I'm not unhappy anytime someone takes a shot. You know, especially the young guys that have only been playing for a couple of years. He wants to see them build their confidence by taking the shots and believing in themselves.
Well, as long as he draws the player away from him in that man advantage situation, yeah, absolutely. You got to take that, pull the trigger, and see what happens. But the result of all of that, 4-3 the score for the Thunder. They retake the lead this afternoon here in the second period, just over 7 minutes to go in it. And this has been everything back and forth.
No whistle there. Everyone stopped for a second.
Everyone stopped because it looked like it hit the net, but apparently it didn't. The linesman right there on it. They don't want to make any funny plays or anything after the whistle, so everybody's really careful.
Boys, an opportunity for the Red Devils. Oh, wow.
Eden is going to have this one on a string. Comes in, cuts, and scores.
What a goal. Chris Eden, one-on-one with the goalie. He's one of the players that you would pick 5 out of 5 to go get that goal.
Yeah, he dangled that one with exceptional Chris Eden flair, held on to it, and pulled Power across. Let's see if we can take a look at that one.
I thought the Thunder defenseman had picked this one off just there.
And because it got poke checked out, here comes Eden curling up the side right where he wants to be and stretches Power just a little too much.
Yeah, Power did well to get pick the move, just couldn't get anything on the puck.
Yeah, he made the right decision on it, just didn't get to it. We'll redo that one.
Wow, this is another back and forth game between these two teams.
Do you know why I think of good cars after every
Aside from last night's second period, have been evenly matched over the last couple of weekends.
And it's been very entertaining ice hockey, that's for sure. That goes out to Lilly. Oh, and it's going to be Dallimore on a streak. Takes the low shot, but Lilly gets in his way. The shot coming back. That goes past Power, up to Ellis. Ellis on the sideboards is going to break this out with a long pass up to Enright. Enright cuts, takes the shot.
Oh.
Reason stretching to get that one and keeping it 4-4. He did a great job reaching against the body on that one. Blair with a shot. That hit Hopkins' stick more than anything else. He picks it up, and we continue. Blair's got it at the point. Knocked out. Ellis has it. 4 on that side for the Thunder, cycling on the near side to us on the camera. That goes out 3-on-2. Dallimore with it. He gets the zone. Looks up. Trying to just pass it through the crease, and nobody could get to it in time. That puck goes into the corner, and Blair's got it. And this game really is on a... it is feeling like it's the closest one so far. It doesn't feel like a defensive game, but it also doesn't feel like anybody's going to stretch away with this one and kind of put it out of reach, this one's going to go right down to the wire.
Yeah, no teams really showed extended periods of dominance in either end. They've all had flashes of brilliance.
And that turnover gives a chance for the Thunder.
Nice back pass from Luke Tyon there.
Yeah, and it was Connor Rolfe taking that shot. He was a little it was handcuffed him a little bit, so he couldn't get much on it, and Reason stops it for the faceoff.
Yeah, Luke Tyon, I thought, might have been able to take a shot, but he was on his backhand and he didn't favour the shot, although he drew a couple players across.
Yeah, a couple of there were chances there, but they weren't exactly great chances, just out of coincidence for the Thunder. And the Red Devils get away with one, still 4-4. Willis having a hard time getting it off the Zamboni door. Players come together, and that's turned back around. The Red Devils have it. That's a good move by Lang. Up to Malinsky. Malinsky up the right side. He holds up, looks for a pass, gets it to Lang. No, he doesn't.
It's a chance for Gregory here.
Gregory's all alone. Nichols has to skate back. Shot, and Reason knocks it aside. Good position save for the veteran goaltender. And Lang has it, steals it away again. He's going to skate around and pass it to Sean Brown. Brown has it, looking for a pass forward to Carey. Carey gives it to Malinsky. Malinsky with a shot, and that goes right in on the gear for Power. He holds on to it. No rebound there, and a face-off coming. Majors Contracting, a 2023 sponsor of the Canterbury Red Devils. Thank you, majorscontracting.co.nz. Or to take this one for the Red Devils, Audis loses that faceoff, but they end up with the puck. And the Red Devils pick it up again. Passing through several Thunder players. They get it up to Brown at the point. He's going to work it closer to the net. He sends it around to the corner instead. And that cycles around back to Brown. He's got it. He's behind the net looking for a pass. Nobody knew where it was for a second, or trying to take something behind the back. And he did get a hold of it, but it didn't quite get through. And that's going to get to Reason. Reason holds on to it as Lewis is skating hard, but can't quite get there in time.
I like the way the Phoenix Thunder have changed the way they're playing tonight, protecting the centre of the ice a lot better.
And that was a big thing yesterday. Was the neutral ice play was probably the biggest factor in the afternoon's proceedings. So anyway, let's get back to what we have here. Flight taking that face off. He doesn't get it. The Red Devils holding on to it. Dallimore back to tap in. He sends it across to Hodge. Hodge looking forward. That is offsides. Dallimore doesn't touch it, so they tag up. And as that clears, Ellis brings it into their zone. He taps it forward to himself. Goes around the net. Passes it. That gets deflected. Hodge has it. He's 2-on-1.
Numbers here for the Red Devils.
Up to Dallimore. Dallimore, is he going to shoot it? He does. Rips it, just not on target, and pays the price physically as he gets knocked down. But he gets a chance to chase it back down in the corner. He presses it up against there. Enright gets it for a moment, but that's turned around. Shot! And a close one.
So dangerous.
And that was Dallimore again. Just having a couple of good shifts. He just needs some luck is what he needs. He just needs to get something behind the goaltender, but he's doing everything right so far.
Thunder are calling for icing on that one. They didn't get it, though. They were slowed down. Here's an opportunity for Ellis.
Malinsky hit by Flight, gives it to Ellis, and that gets upended. It comes right back just as quickly, and that's laying on the left side. And that puck goes back to Flight. Sent forward to Tyon. Tap in. Takes it away from him. And as they dig away from it, that is Willis with the puck now. It goes out of the zone. Tapped forward to Carey. Carey's got it. Trying to get through two players. He's hit after the puck's released. And that puck goes out to neutral. Pass forward to Malinsky. And generally a reset there as Lang holds on to it, gets it through. Malinsky has it again. A couple of changes for the Red Devils. Carey looking for that puck in a dangerous location, lurking with intent. And there's a stop in play. I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But as everything slowed down, there was an indication that it'll be a face-off, and it looks like the net is once again been pushed off.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't see when that happened.
The linesman is jumping on the top of the goal to try and press it down.
That is a troublesome one. They are going to have to work on that one a little bit during the period, or during the intermission. Tyon passes it forward, but it goes to Brown. Wholesale changes for the Thunder, and the Red Devils trying to catch him off guard here. Shot by Eden.
Whoa.
And then Trickles hits the post and goes through the crease.
Right.
And it's Eden trying to get it back. He's fighting for it, pugiling away, but it ends up on the stick of Lewis. Lewis comes in with Orr on him. He's knocked down. Everybody from the Thunder looking at the referees. 2-on-3 as it comes in. Pospisil with a shot. I think it was.
Yeah, I think there was fear from Joe. I don't think he wrapped the arm around his shoulders.
Agreed. And that play on is the call. Nichols had it for a moment. Went to Pospisil, but now it's going to go out to Orr. He sends it back. Brown with it. Brown takes the shot and a great wrist save, or a glove save on that wrister, excuse me. I got a little excited there, Matt.
It was a good shot, and it was a flash of the glove from Power. It was good too, because we've only got 25 seconds remaining in the second period, and the Thunder have done well this period. They don't want to concede a late one here and go into the period with a deficit.
It looked like Brown had him moving with his eyes, and he reached back and gloved that in just the last second.
Important face-off here.
Won by the Thunder, and they do kind of knock it out to neutral, 2-on-3. They keep coming down the ice with Enright. And he's going to dump it behind Ellis. Ellis knocked off. Enright with it. 10 seconds to go. Lilly has it. Kept it in the blue line adeptly. Enright passes forward. He's going to get a shot. That's deflected away. Never got through from Darling. And that goes out to Hodge. And it is late. That is not in time.
I was quick to look up at the clock there and see what has he got left.
And it wasn't much, if anything, and it looks like there is some general displeasure by the coaching staff for that last shot as well. So interesting. Like you said, a very equal, even, well-played game. 4-4 the score. You can't ask for a whole lot more in this. This is
5 goals in the period. I mean, it's exciting hockey, Matt. These two teams are going at it over the last 2 weekends.
And yet again, it's another one that's going to come down to the end. Third period action coming up from Christchurch. I guess we're maybe we'll get that interview with Sam here.
I'm looking for him.
We'll see.
He's obviously dilly-dallying around when it comes to he's absorbed in the hockey by the looks of it.
It does look like it.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very absorbing game. I'm not sure which team's going to take it out. Both teams look capable of scoring more than one more goal. And maybe it's going to come down to which goalie stands on the head the most here.
Yeah, before we run off there, I will kill a little time, see if that interview does happen. But we'll bring the standings back up, and this is important.
And I do have the score from Queenstown as well.
Yeah.
So it's 1-0 to the West Auckland Admirals after the first period up there.
All right.
So that's not what the Red Devils fans want to hear.
No, if the Admirals manage to get even to overtime, that ends the season effectively for the playoffs for the Red Devils. But we'll once again, we're just all on a knife's edge here. The Red Devils must win in regulation, or their playoff chances are over. It's
an interesting battle on for a couple of teams, because the Sky City Stampede are going for all wins, all in regulation as well, to get to that top spot and host the finals. So it looks like we do have Sammy here.
Yeah, we'll go to commercial for just a second, switch up the headsets, and have a conversation in just a moment.
everybody. Well, we've got with us special guest Sam Ortis. How you doing there, Sam?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the game. What do you make of the game so far today?
Oh, bloody good. Our boys are up for it, so are Canterbury. It's going to be an interesting finish.
Your brother Ian is out there on the ice. He's scored one tonight. What was it like growing up with Ian Ortis and two brothers playing ice hockey together?
Yeah, always pretty competitive. He was pretty fortunate. He started a bit younger. We took it up around the same time.
Yeah. So that sort of led to him improving just a little bit better as a younger player. Skating at such a young age does improve the ability, does it?
Yeah, 100%. Starting at a young age, highly recommend it.
Now, have you guys ever played in any teams together apart from the Phoenix Thunder?
Not outside of like socially in Dunedin.
Yep. So
yeah.
There's the age difference there. Doesn't allow you to play representative growing up.
Nah.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it? That's a real shame.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have two brothers on the same representative team.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you're an odd one because you've decided to make the transition from a skater. You were playing for the Phoenix Thunder as a forward over the last few years and transitioned into playing goalie, Sam. What was the driving force behind changing to purely a goalie?
Oh, good question. Get this one quite a bit this year, actually. Probably the main reason was I was playing in the local league back in Dunners, as you know, Whiffen.
Yes.
And yeah, I was pretty happy with how I was tracking. I figured, why not give it my best push for NZIHL? Yep.
And you're doing really well. And so far, you've managed to show out just the once this year. Is that correct?
Yep.
For the Phoenix Thunder when they were playing the Marco, and when you managed to get a 22-goal shutout. How did that feel, and how did that game go for you?
Oh, I was pretty bloody nervous, to be fair. Before I had to take a full day off work to prepare myself for it.
Nice. And how did you think you performed in that game? I mean, a shutout's a dream start for you, but did you feel like you were comfortable? Were you making the saves that you wanted to make?
Yes, I'd say so. I was pretty happy with how I did. I was pretty dialed in, but at the same time, the boys made it really easy for me to settle in and do my job.
That's good stuff. So next year, hopefully, you'll be looking to get some more games. Is that right?
100%, yeah. That'd be the goal.
So who do you think you need to usurp to get in there? Who's going to be the main competitor for you to get those start games?
Both these boys playing this weekend are doing a bloody good job. They've had bloody good seasons. It's always pretty competitive at training. They're bloody good as well, so I've got to be up to it if I want to compete with those boys.
Yeah, nice. What's been the hardest part about going from skater to goalie, you reckon?
Good question.
Is it wearing the goalie skates? Is that different?
That was probably hard at first, but I sort of got used to it, like playing low when I was doing both. Probably just the speed of the game for at this level, the way how fast the shots are coming at you.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah.
So one last question before we close it off. Are you gonna have any plans to maybe make a comeback as a skater in the social league, the DIHL down in Dunedin?
Oh, we'll see.
If you do, you come play for my team. That would be nice. I'd like to see you back on the ice firing those shots from the hash marks again, Sammy.
Yeah, one day maybe we'll see. Focus on goalie for now.
Yeah,
we'll see what the future brings.
Well, thank you for showing up tonight, Sammy. Enjoy the rest of the game and go the Thunder, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Go the Thunder. Cute.
If you have a project that needs access or material that needs moving, we have the solution for you. Access Solutions and Forklift Solutions have got the products, the people, and the passion to solve even the most complex access and material handling challenges. Proudly Kiwi-owned and operated, Access Solutions is New Zealand's leading specialist in providing hire, lease, sales and servicing of access equipment, forklifts and aluminium scaffolding.
Whatever the problem, we've got the solution.
Do you know why I think of good cars after every training session? Because. Because good cars helped me find the perfect car.
Good people, good service, good cars.
Nick Stefanisson, the head coach, and we are getting underway here at the Alpine Ice. Kind of deflected as it came in, and it's going to go back out to neutral. Allen dumps, but the Thunder looking for, it's right in front, shot, and a goal. That was quick. The captain with the garbage collection right in front.
Matt Enright, after missing last weekend with Inwards, comes back in and gets the first goal. He asked me before the game who I thought would score first, and he was sitting right beside me. I should have said, you Matt, I believe in you. Charlie knew it, so that's 2 for Charlie this year.
Gregory loses that one, gives it to Nichols. That goes all the way up to the point, shot, goal! Pospisil with a banger.
What a play. The stretch pass up the ice collected by Pospisil perfectly into the stick.
Back to Brown. All the way to the other side of the ice. Cross ice pass. Pospisil takes a shot, and Moore gets across in time. Shot.
Back to 5-on-5 now.
For a pass. Holds it. Backhand pass. Great deflection by Malinsky. Another good backhand shot, and that is stopped by Moore.
Cross for Lang. Kerry's heading to the net here.
Lang, Malinsky, Kerry, Lang. Shot. Where'd it go? It's behind the net. Nobody knew. Moore certainly didn't. See how we go here. Second period action coming up from the Alpine Ice here in Christchurch.
Goal scorers from first period, Matt Enright for the Phoenix Thunder and Pospisil for the Canterbury Red Devils.
Josh looking to pass that up to Kerry. Kerry coming up the left side, gains his zone, 2-on-3, skips his man, holds on to it, wrist shot and goal! Boy, what a sequence. Jacob Kerry opening the scoring here in the second period, just over 2 minutes in.
Just want to see them spread it out and make short passes. And
Lang wins that face off to Malinsky. Malinsky with a shot and a goal!
Just a loose puck there that he cleaned up.
Just kind of left alone. Moore just stuck out in no man's land. He's looking for a pass. 3-on-2 for the Red Devils. Pass across ice, shot. And I think Moore thought that actually went in because he backed off of it. And another shot by Nichols as that goes out of play. Collected by Chris Eden. Back to Malinsky. Malinsky passes it forward to Lang. He's all alone for a moment. Takes the wrister. Stopped by Moore. Glove save in the gear. The Red Devils with it. Eden with a pass to Pospisil. Back to Eden. In front, short, and goal. Getting that goal, boy, it had me out of position as well as I ducked around the camera. But there is the play here. We're going to actually, it's an interesting one. They're kind of goofing around here, but if you look closely, they're shooting an ad. And this ad is for Tate Communications, but they're playing with a walkie-talkie. And they just want to skate around with that, showing how absurdly tough those things are. And I've met some of the Tate guys. They really do take pride in their work. It's pretty amazing what they do. But those things do take a beating. but they look absolutely absurd. Hey! They look absolutely absurd as a puck. There you go. We'll see if they got enough of the footage there. I think they've got enough. Let's see. No, they're going to do a little bit more. Anyway, we'll get back to the highlights here in just a moment if we have enough time. Or if we don't, they're all on YouTube. It gives you a chance, actually, youtube.com. And then you can either search NZIHL or go back to youtube.com/NZIHL. Oh, if that still works. That was a shot. If that thing still works, yeah, they're pretty good. So, well, they're taking it. That's what they're doing. They keep shooting it, and then they get some film of it, and it still works. Look at that thing. All right, well, I guess they're pretty good. All right, all done here. So we'll jump back into the highlights, and we'll see you get back here for third period action. It's good. For a moment, takes the risk, knocked into the corner. Shot and a goal.
Oh, that's 43, number
that was
43, Chris Eden.
And that shot by Eden, getting by more.
Settle things in, and then you get someone like Jacob
Carey.
Carey with the puck.
And a goal, just like that.
What did I say?
Skates it in. He skates it in backwards as he looks for the pass to Malinsky. Shot by Carey and a goal.
Well, did he even leave the ice? I don't think he did.
I don't think so. Goalie, do they have another
brought
one?
Sam Ortis with them this weekend, so they brought a junior goalie who's.
But it's held in at the point for a moment. Now 2-on-1 for the Thunder. Goes over to Otis. Otis with a shot. Reason with a good deflection. And that goes right in front. Allen with a shot. And a goal.
Get the puck down the end.
Yeah,
put it on net.
And that puck just kind of went to the right spot for Allen.
The energy maybe be a little bit lower. The
Kia ora koutou, welcome back everybody. We're going to cut out before the third period because we do know what happens there. It was 7-1 at that point. We finished 8-3. In yesterday's action, with the Red Devils taking all 3 points. And Matt, you're over there on the phone. You have to make sure we still 1-0 in that other game. That's the real factor here.
Yeah, second period has just started up there at the Auckland Arena. So it's still 1-0 to the West Auckland Admirals. So if you're a Red Devils fan, you'll be keeping an eye on the game here, and you'll be other eye on the action up in Auckland.
Yeah, just to be clear about that, let's just throw the table up one more time. The Red Devils absolutely must win in regulation because they don't win any tiebreakers. They need 9 more points against the West Auckland Admirals, and they've only got 9 more points to get here. So it has to happen here today and 2 more after this, and then the Admirals must lose any point by them, and that breaks the tie, and they take the third. Anyway, we're going to get back to third period action here. They drop the puck. Flight wins that one, swiped away, and we begin all even at 4. Where they must win for the Red Devils.
Tension is in the air as no team really looks like running away with this game. It could go down to the wire here in the Alpine Arena.
Now it's Wanford to Darling, and the Thunder looking to break out and right to Flight, sends it up the side, gets to the corner, but they go for a change here, and Eden throws it around to Orr. Orr passes it up to Pospisil. Pospisil takes it in, looks for a pass that gets sent back to him, and that's deflected. And it'll be Josh Lowe that holds on to it. He sends it forward. Eden gets it back. A good move. Pospisil fakes the wind-up.
Yeah, we saw him fire from long range with that slap shot last night.
And Power knocks it into the sideboards on the right, on his right. And Willis trying to dig away. He gets it, skates in, looks for the pass. He gets it to Eden for a moment. That gets knocked off, and that puck knocked aside. Otis with it, takes it up the right. Otis looking for a pass, gets to Reason. He doesn't glove it. That goes up to Lang. Lang's going to try to gain the zone here. He does. 2-on-2. Holds up. Skates the blue line for a moment and digs around. Skates forward. Gets to the goal line. Goes around. Looks for a pass, but that is deflected. That goes all the way back for Hopkins to collect that. Thunder go for a change. Red Devils looking to break quickly. Carey jumping back into the play to get that out. And that goes past Malinsky. He's going to have to chase Lilly down. 3 in the front here. Again, a heavy forecheck for the Red Devils. It's been the point of the game so far. Malinsky is going to chase after this against Lilly again. Lilly gets it to Chandler. Good move there. Lilly gets it back. 3-on-2. He risks it. Blocker save by Reason. Puts it in the corner. And they continue on. That's in front. But nobody home, and the Red Devils having to chase that puck. Once again, Malinsky frustrated because the puck just not getting to his stick. Lang with it. Triple teamed. Carey trying to get in front. Dallimore out there with that line. That's an interesting change. And Lang's going to get to it in the corner. But it's taken off his stick. He finds Chandler.
It's a good pass up the middle.
And that's turned right back around. Dan Nichols with it. Passes it to Hodge. Some players coming off the ice. I don't know who that was to exactly. But
there was a pass there that just barely scraped past the skates of the changing player, and it's almost a 6 on the ice for the Red Devils.
And Nichols bringing it in. Lockie losing it there. Hodge not able to hold on to it. Gets up to Enright. Enright brings it in. I think he was
very
a little
close
late.
To offside. Yeah.
But we couldn't see the puck exactly there, so play continues.
Nice pass up to Enright.
Enright across to Flight. Enright might have wanted to take the shot there, but
he tried to float a little source pass across the Flyers, just a little bit much on it.
Yeah, you can hear the bench. Just shoot it next time. And they've got a point. Up to Flight. Flight takes a shot. Glove saved by Reason. It was not quite on target, but he doesn't want any more of that. Thunder bench applauding the effort so far, and I can't disagree with them. They've been doing really well so far in this third period.
Yeah, this has been a much better game for them. They've done a much better job of keeping that first line for the Red Devils under control. They haven't looked as dominant as they did last night. Carey and Malinsky and Lang are on the board tonight, but certainly not dominating shifts like they were.
Yeah, and I think the Thunder are quickly getting used to a small ice sheet, although I don't think that's too unusual for the season, but they have found their sea legs here. That goes off low. Pospisil sends it back to him, but he wasn't ready for it. Bounces off the back of the goal. Wanfer has it, and he looks to set up the offense for the Thunder. Up to Allen there.
There's Blair.
Oh, sorry, Blair. Should know with that hair.
Yeah, he's tall and lanky too. Father calls him Spider.
Well, now that's something you just don't get every day. See, this is why we bring you up here, Matt. Spider. Yeah,
not too many nicknames within the Thunder camp, but there's a few.
And Ort's got the puck behind Reason's net. He gets it up to Malinsky. Malinsky skating hard. Got Eden on the left. He keeps it himself. He's tripped up just a bit. And that was just enough to keep him off balance. It goes back out to neutral.
Nice stick from Lewis. But
Tappan knocks it back in, though.
Couldn't quite get there, trying to turn that one over.
And Tappan has the puck again. He turns that over to Tyon. He brings it in. Looks for a pass, but that's off a skate. That pass goes from Malinsky to Lang. Lang's going to get there. Great location for it. Back to Malinsky. He can't bury it. Just a little behind him.
Yeah, I think Allen just realized too late that Lang was there.
Tappan with a good glove save to keep it in the zone. A very good heads-up play. So that goes, they're trying to get to Chandler. And a stick goes flying, and Carey chases Wanfor. He gets the puck right in front, and a goal! Tic-tac-toe, there's that line. Lang to Malinsky, Carey to Malinsky to Lang right in front. And we'll get that one up here in just a minute. Just a good sequence of passing. Power with no choice on this one. Nope, didn't get it. Put that one on me. It was too late.
That's all right. There was definitely a sort of a confusion within the defensive ranks of the Phoenix Suns. Tane Allen had his stick knocked out of his hands and he was slow to change. And you just caught on your replay there, Darling jumping on the ice, palms up as the goal was scored. He just wasn't in position.
Yeah, we really do need to talk a little bit more about Jacob Carey. I'm not done talking about him, but we will keep going here. 5-4 the score. That goes.
Oh, that's going to be a penalty.
Yes, it is. Arm straight up as Nichols puts that one out of play. And that is a delay of game on Dan Nichols. So I did actually get some more information. Jacob Carey, he is playing. He's going to be playing for the New Jersey Rockets of the USPHL, which is a third division team when he goes back. I'm not sure how many games he has left here, but I don't say this lightly at all, but I will say he is a legitimate NHL prospect. And write that one down. I'll live with that one. I'll own that one. He is that good, folks. That puck, stop and play. And, they held that up because the scoreboard was off.
Right.
I think they just didn't run it enough, and they stopped it. So, minute 54, they're going to do it again.
So that is a big call, Matt Chavez, calling potentially New Zealand's first NHL prospect or player. I know the Australians only had their first a number of years ago, and Nathan Walker, which was huge for Oceania and the hockey in the region to have an Australian player reach that level and do well too.
We're a few years away from seeing where he goes, and I know he's going to play professionally somewhere, but he is a prospect, and there's just no doubt about it. So let's just call it what it is. And I think he's he's probably the best hockey player we've ever produced in this country. So we'll see where that goes. I'll live by that. That's okay. I trust he's going to make me look good on that one. Eden with it for, he just gets somebody skating right by him. That was flight. Nearly took his head off. But Eden had his head.
Oh, that's a giveaway.
Big giveaway here. Eden with a slap shot right into the gear. Power saving that one.
Thunder need to pick their head up here in this power play opportunity. They look a little bit flat here. They've got the man advantage, and there's a couple of bad plays from, in their own zone, really.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't really even look like they're on the power play at the moment. This first minute. Minute 4 left on the power play for the Thunder. 5-4 the score, the home team up, and the Thunder looking to even this up at a critical point. They win that face-off and bring it down. Tappan's going to get to it. He has it. He's going to just lift it, and that stays in. Just a mental error there, not getting it out of the zone from there. The Thunder continue with the puck. Shot, that's deflected. Reason was twitching away at that one. He knew where that was going, but it was deflected at the last second. Out to the point.
Oh, there's another penalty on the play here.
And that is going to be against the Thunder for cross-checking.
Cross-checking. Is that Jackson Flight going, is it?
Yeah, that is going to cancel out the advantage. And it will lead to an 85-second power play for the Red Devils after that. But just too much. That was, now there was the same thing happened, I think it was to Chris Eden in the first period. There was just a little too much of the knocking people around, and that cross-check cost the Thunder at what really is the most inopportune time for them, as they were just getting set up for their first chance on the power play. And they bring that puck in anyways, Enright with it, but Reason's going to have it, play it first. And it's going to come out of the zone, passed up, tried to get it to Lay. Carey with it. Carey gets it knocked off.
One of the few times you've seen him lose the puck on a dangle.
It does happen. I think I've stressed him out.
Oh, there's opportunity here as the Thunder on a change. They get back out, though.
Yeah, Carey trying to go 1-on-2. He's knocked into the corner by Wamfer.
Yeah, it's a good play from Wamfer. I mean, he's the guy you want on defense if Carey's coming down the ice for the Thunder.
And that is Lang carrying it in on the left side, 4-on-4. He still has it. Out to the side point with Nichols. Brings it into the corner, but leaves it behind him. He regathers back to Malinsky. Malinsky holding on to it. Now we're on a power play here for the Red Devils. We've got about a minute to go on it. That's why everything's slowing up here. Carey with it behind the net. Out to Lang. Goes out to Brown. Heavy shot. A penalty. Another one coming up against the Thunder here. It's going to be a big advantage, and the Red Devils need to make this count. Shot.
Another shot from Brown.
Brown goes over. That's Eden's on the ice with a 6-player, with the goalie pulled at the moment.
6-on-4.
And that's going to come all the way out.
And they're gonna play a lot of their 5-on-3 opportunity out if they hold the puck.
They are indeed. So Malinsky with it.
So what would you rather have, 6-on-4 or 5-on-3?
I'd rather have the chances, and Power knocked over. Or not Power knocked over, that was Eden knocked over next to Power.
So
a high stick.
It'll be 21 seconds for 5-on-3 for the Red Devils after that.
And because of that, delayed choice. Yeah, like you were saying, what do you want, 5-on-3 or 6-on-4? In this case, not much of a change because it was Eden that was able to get out there, but you've got a point as far as how are you going to use that two-person advantage.
Personally, I'd rather see 5-on-3. I think there's just a lot more room to make those passes. When you've got 6 players, 4 players, 10 on total on the ice, there's not a lot of room to make those passes around.
Red Devils win this face-off.
Especially
Crucial.
the seam passes across the front.
The triangle is messed up for the Thunder, but they managed to get it back. They actually are playing too high there with, or 2 players high there. Lilly was stretched out. The Red Devils cycling through. Gregory high now.
A few seconds remaining. Do they get it out? Not quite.
And that's Brown throwing it back in, but then it comes back.
Oh, there's an opportunity here. Oh, just missed.
Jackson Flight was in the way. And it is still a minute 25 to go on the power play for the Red Devils here. A dangerous chance for the Thunder.
Yeah, the player exiting the box, as you see quite often, almost beneficiary of that stretch pass.
And Orr still holds on to it as he cycles around. Eden circling back, looking for a pass, but he's bothered.
Still got a minute.
And that's turned over. It's going to go for
Lewis
a one-on-one.
quick.
Lewis is going to get a shot here. Big save.
Another rebound
Reason's
opportunity.
knocked over, and that's the goal.
There you go. That was a bad luck for a reason, as it was Joe Orr slamming into him.
Joe Orr got back for the first one, but he took out his goalie, and you can't stop that one.
And Jackson Flight with a follow-up.
Reason not happy either. That is the worst of situations for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Joe Orr just lost his footing. He really stretched his legs here. I'm surprised he hasn't pulled some sort of groin.
And there's another discussion here by the referees. No more changes is I guess what they were asking.
Yeah, bench for the Phoenix Center. Need to clean it up here. They've still got 53 seconds on the power play though, the Red Devils.
Yeah, so the Red Devils still have a chance with a man advantage, but it just worked out perfectly for the Thunder. And that'll be tapping to go and collect it there. 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, I wish these teams were going at it next weekend as well, Matt.
Yeah, you don't need any. You just keep running these two out every time. You're going to get an entertaining game more often than not. The Red Devils bring it in. Malinsky's got it. Passes back to the point.
Ooh.
Bounces behind. That was a deflection. That was a funny one. Lang with it. Lang skates, circles, looks for somebody. He's got all sorts of time.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds on it. Tap him back to Lang. Lang might walk this in. He is.
Backdoor play.
And Bull can't push it home.
Oh, wow.
Nobody could get on that puck, and it's still in play.
They were crying out, the crowd.
Lang with a slap shot.
Back to 5-on-5 now.
And that goes into the corner. They continue with the offensive pressure. Wraparound for Malinsky.
Wow.
That gets knocked aside. Back to Malinsky. Goes behind him. Carey collects it. Gets it in front.
Thunder need this one to go out. Oh, luckily he does.
And Lang's going to collect it.
This line,
changes.
Carey's, I think a bowl's going to change. Carey
just
Malinsky
blasted Ellis. And then Carey couldn't get a hold of that one as his stick was lifted. That goes.
I think Enright just needs to throw this one in.
Yeah, he chose to direct it. And there is some definite discussion between the benches here. It's interesting how close we are, of course. Sean Brown with it. He brings it in against two guys, and that's turned over, and it's Lilly with it. Thunder trying to get that forward.
Oh, it's a 2-on-1.
Rolf takes the shot early. Chandler has it. He sends it back.
Yeah, he definitely should have passed that one, I feel.
Yeah, there's shoot first, but that was not it.
That was a little bit too far out, and he had a man high.
Or with that puck, but he gets it slapped right off the end of the tape there. Or gets knocked over. Some discussion about that one, as this one is getting chippy. And Eden with a good toe drag there to get it through two players, but he gets stuck in the sideboards.
I think the Phoenix Thunder really need to watch some of their changes. That's a heavy hit.
Pospisil taking the most out on Lilly.
They're changing at some dangerous times, the Phoenix Thunder. You know, they're not getting the puck deep a lot of the time, looking for these changes.
And Wamford with another long pass out to Lewis, but there was a defender back this time. Two of the Thunder run into each other, but Wamford still has the puck, and he's just going to hold up as everybody takes a collective breath with just over 7 minutes to go. Turned over Malinsky, and they couldn't get it passed around, and the Red Devils go for a change. Orr's got it for a moment, up to Malinsky. Malinsky's going to turn that around.
Man, Carey is wide open. Going to watch him.
Yeah, they just could not get it to him as he was double teamed. Malinsky has it again. He's trying to get to the point, goes out to Lowe. Orr has it. Orr is harassed behind the net. That puck goes behind the net again. Thunder with it, trying to get it out. They do get it to center ice. Another couple of changes for the Thunder. The Red Devils just putting all sorts of pressure on, but just haven't gotten a quality shot in the last couple of minutes. It's been very close, and Carey's going to gain the zone here. Holding on to it. Tries to take a shot, and then passes it. Shot, and that's knocked aside. It was Lang. And Power was up to that one. Now Carey has it in the corner. Carey gets dumped over. And Darling skates it forward. Don't know how that, I think it was offside.
Yeah,
okay,
it was.
So, and that is called intentional, and it's going to come back to the offensive zone because there was every reason to think that they knew that that was offside, and they went ahead and touched it anyway. So it comes back to the offensive zone for the Red Devils.
Yeah, I've noticed the Red Devils starting to put Jacob Carey out there on double shifts with lines, and he's not been playing with this weekend. So really pushing hard for this win. They know how key this is.
And they know they have to win it here in regulation with just under 6 minutes to go. They've got to get a goal here to keep their season alive, and they know it. Face off in the offensive zone. Poole's going to take this one. It'll be a standard drawback play here, but it'll go to Hopkins. No, he gets it lifted just a bit, and there's Hopkins at the point, but one-on-one, Enright against Tappan, and that's passed. Back to Enright, and a good opportunity for the Thunder there, but he
just couldn't collect it.
Couldn't do anything with it, and that goes out to neutral. Everybody getting a bit of a rest here for that top line for the Red Devils. We'll see what Dallimore can do with it on his own. He's got two guys on him. He passes it the length of the ice, and Ellis takes it in. He's offside as Enright couldn't hold up.
Yeah,
that's a mental mistake there.
Legs aren't quite. He wanted the pass, wanted the lead pass, and he didn't get it. And he tried to just drag that foot. But he's not that long of leg. If it was, say it was Tristan Weekly or something like that, his big foot would be over the line.
But that's, just kind of a communication error there by the Thunder, and it may come back to bite them. We'll see if the Red Devils can take advantage. Face-off won by the Thunder, but goes to the Red Devils. Knocked out to neutral, and Orr had it for a moment. Goes behind to Wamfer. Passed forward. Brown has it. Now Allen has it, but that's Orr with it for a moment. And neutral ice is the place to be as Sean Brown has it, sends it back to neutral. And the Thunder collect it, Wamfer again. Wamfer skating. Under 5 minutes to go here. The Red Devils needing a goal to keep their season playoff hopes alive. The puck goes past Chandler there.
It was an awkward sort of a breakout, but it eventually goes into the Red Devil zone.
Hits the glass behind, and play continues here as it goes over Reason's head on that shot. Back to Wanfer. Audis. Audis sends it all the way around. Gregory's going to get there first. And they skate that.
Malinsky
with it as he breaks out. Takes the shot. Glove save and an excellent one by Power. Power just giving it to Malinsky there. That was interesting. For a goalie with one win so far in the season, that was demonstrative.
I mean, you like to see the young goalies playing well and make good saves like that. That's
good stuff.
Malinsky's got a good shot on him.
Yeah, that may come back to bother him later. We'll see.
There's always moments where a player will look back and say, I could have done better there.
Yeah.
You know, how many times in a game where you go, I should have passed it or I should have shot it.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Lang with it for a moment, but then goes back to
Matt Enright's
Blair.
going to win the race, is he?
Enright into the corner.
I think Willis just got enough there to slow him up.
Lang passes cross ice. Malinsky leaves it behind Carey, but that's out of the zone. They have to reset. Matt, is there a thought process here that the Thunder are playing for overtime yet? I mean, it almost feels like they parked the bus on a tie.
I mean, I know they can't rest on their laurels. They've got to play defense. They've got to have their head up because with Carey on the ice.
Carey. Shot. And nobody knows where it is, but Carey looks behind just in case it got behind. That's a smart move to see if the puck is still alive.
I don't think that the Thunder they have to keep that intensity as high as they have all game because you just know that the Red Devils are going to put out the top two lines. They've got 3 minutes there. It's just going to be second line, first line, second line now because they definitely need to get this lead back.
Yep, there's no question what the strategy is here. Slap shot, that's knocked aside on that one-timer. Just didn't get all of it, did Pospisil. Orr has it. Orr sending it back to Eden. Eden back to Pospisil as they rotate in the corners. Pospisil trying to dig that out. And that funny bounce goes in on Power for a moment. Orr with it. Turned out to Pospisil. Pass to Eden. And there's a penalty coming up. It was Joe Orr, I think, getting tripped. And that's going to send him to the bin.
I think it could be Tristan Darling going again.
Cross-checking against Darling.
Yeah, just a little too aggressive on trying to clear Joe Orr from out of the crease area. And this is huge for the Red Devils with 2.5 minutes remaining. They're going to have a power play.
And they're going to have a timeout here, too, because the Red Devils know exactly what they need here. There is no doubt about it. But Nick Stefanisson stopping play and saying, hey, let's get a kind of a sequence going here in these last 2 minutes. They have a power play. They have 2 minutes to get this done. Whether they were to pull Reason at any point here, that's going to be interesting. We talked about that last weekend. It didn't happen. But Reason is going back out there.
I think you know, if you're the coach, you have to because you need the regulation. It's no good going to overtime.
Yeah. So
this is a situation where a couple of penalties, a couple of suspensions, I should say, to your senior coaching staff like Anatoly Korozov. How important is that? Missing those wise words from a coach like that.
Yeah. So Reason does go out there. The face-off won by the Thunder. Wanfer with it. He's going to take a shot. It gets bounced back in. And goes the length of the ice.
Jackson Flight's going to chase us down. What can Reason do? He plays it safely.
And that's, you can tell the tension in the building is building as well. The carry back to Boole. Boole holds on to it, turns it over, gives it back to Malinsky. Malinsky setting up here. Carey coming up the left, Malinsky going through the middle. Now he goes left. Skates around, tries to get it back to Carey. No, he holds up. He's going to hold it, and it gets pinned in.
Morgan Blair doing a good job using his size.
Lang skating across the ice, takes a shot, rips it, hits the gear, and goes to the side. Malinsky.
Thunder had to keep their shape here.
Back out to the point. Sent low.
Carey's wide open on this far side in that Ovechkin slot.
Bull can't really control this here, and it's turned over. Lang's going to have to catch that, and he gets passed up. And that puck stays on a Thunder stick for far too long with just 41 seconds to go.
Got a good read from Ryan Womfer over there on the far side just to choose the right time to go and lay the hit and win the puck away.
And the Red Devils are seeing their season go away quickly here. They have less than a minute to score a goal here, or the playoffs are out of reach. Right in front. Carey with it. Can't get it.
Couldn't bury it.
Another shot. Pospisil with a shot.
Oh,
Couldn't
and
quite do
Power,
anything
can he
with
get
it. And Power.
Oh, there's a big cross check there, and now it's gonna open up here.
It is indeed. There are frustrations boiling over. And we'll see how this gets adjudicated.
I think one of the Thunder players was the first to go down with a cross check in the back. I'm not sure which player it was, laid it in. And as we talk about the season just about over for the Red Devils, with 35 seconds to go, the Stampede are doing their job up in Auckland. They've got a 2-1 lead after 2 power play goals in this after two periods. So
that is a penalty against the Red Devils here.
And we've got another Thunder player in the box as well. That's
that's going to be even. So 7 seconds remains on the power play. Officially, it's 34.8 seconds remain in regulation. And that means it's going to be
4 on 4. 4 on
5
3.
5 on 4.
4 on 3?
No, it's
5 on 3.
I think there is a mismatch in their personnel at the moment because the Thunder couldn't figure it out, but they did get Ellis on there.
Got it.
It's 5 on 4. And the linesmen are telling the coaches to look at the scoreboard because there's only one penalty on the board.
And they pulled the goalie. Red Devils pulled the goalie for that extra player.
Yeah, laying out on the ice. They're going to go 6 on 4. They understand the situation.
This is the season on the line here for the Red Devils. Oh, the tension is
this is important.
So thick.
So let's see what happens here. 35 seconds to go here. Eden with a great play to keep that in the zone.
Oh, he did so well. That puck was in midair.
He just kicked it. Lang with a shot. He missed that one. Kind of scoots forward. Ellis with it. Penalty called. Who's it going to be on? Holding the stick is the call.
Oh, wow.
And that is Tylon going.
Allen. Yeah.
Allen, yeah. Sorry. There's Tane Allen and
Tylon.
Tylon.
Looks like Allen.
Yeah, it does.
Whoa, this is insane now with 20 seconds left.
So the power play that was there is now replaced by another one. Timeout called by the Thunder. I think we've got to do some math here. There's a lot. So 20 seconds on the board. There is a power play. There is an empty net, which gets you back to your beloved 6 on 4 scenario effectively. And the Thunder needing a break to get this sorted out, but I expect to see a 2-man advantage for what'll be just over 20 seconds. The Red Devils needing that goal, as we keep saying here, but this is the way the 3-2-1 point system works in IIHF. If you watch the NHL, it's not like that. You know, you always, any win is 2 points, and that's the max in a game. Here, you only get maximum points if you win in regulation, and that is 20.4 seconds left. 6 skaters on the ice.
The biggest face-off for the Red Devils this year.
Won by the Red Devils. Back to the point to Brown. Brown's got it. Takes the shot. Juggled. 5-hole. No, that's bounced away.
Cleared out.
Eden's cleared. Got it as it's cleared. He's going to skate it in. They go back in. 5 seconds. Turned over. And this looks like it is one more shot. And it's a goal!
Oh.
It's a goal! It counts! They're having a discussion.
I heard the buzzer, I believe, before it went in. This is a very...
Now the official clock, I don't have the official clock on the bug. They're going to have a discussion. This is in the decision-making process of the referee. Now the coaches have thrown a water bottle on the ice when the game's not even decided yet. They're having
There's been a couple bottles thrown on the ice from the
by the Thunder
Phoenix
coaching
Thunder.
staff. That is very poor in any case. I know they're looking to get this decision, but that doesn't help anybody.
No,
that is poor on their part, and does not reflect well no matter what. Their season's been over, and to just chuck water bottles is poor.
This shows you how high the tension here
It
is.
does.
It's been building and building. This game has been so intense.
So let's see if we have this here. My goodness. The light comes on,
See,
and they're skating away like it counts. The
showing-
Thunder are turning around
the game clock on the screen there is showing a lot of time left. But
yeah, that's not correct. That bug is off by obviously by seconds. But there is a discussion. This might be the most controversial moment I've ever seen in this league.
and you can't. There's no way to look at replays or anything like you
No.
can in like bigger leagues with like multiple angles and.
The puck is on the ice. I don't know if they've made this decision yet. No goal.
No goal.
That's it. They have called it after the buzzer.
And that is
The public announcer. That is-
crushing for the Red Devils.
That is got to be the most interesting, terrible, awful way that I have ever seen a game not end.
Yeah, it's got to rip your heart out as a Red Devils team to think you've got the game winner. I mean, it was on a knife edge here the last few minutes with the penalties and everything going on to end with a decision like that where you can't really go back and be definitive about it. It comes down to what the referees have seen, and they've got to think back in their own minds. And I hear the buzzer go off before it entered the net.
Yeah.
It's not like you can go back and look at exactly the clock running out with the top-down
overhead,
camera.
Well, maybe it's time that we do, but that is where every second counts. But they have
far out.
now.
My heart is going.
Oh, that was. I either way that decision goes, it's crushing for somebody. But the Red Devils losing this one in regulation. They have not lost this game, obviously. They are about to play what is a 3-on-3, but will start, I believe it or not, this is going to start a 5-on-3 in overtime. Not that matters as much now, but there's
definitely
there's at least two in the box.
The officials are earning their keep tonight.
Oh,
Matt,
yeah.
that is for sure.
Yeah, we just had a third person added to the box. I don't know if there's a misconduct or anything that went along with that, but
That was Bryce Allen heading over there. I don't think I've seen him on the ice.
he's serving
tonight.
for somebody.
I think maybe there was.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether the referees have put some penalties on the coaches for the bottles entering the ice there. It could be.
They haven't been ejected yet, which is what I would have expected to see, but they didn't necessarily see what was going on.
I'm refreshing the Hydra page to try and make some sense of what's going on here. 5-on-3 is the call.
Start 5-on-3 with two players serving in the box for the Thunder. So that means that the two-man advantage is available for the Red Devils until the penalties expire. They're just sorting out what the timing was on those penalties, which is frankly confusing, and I understand why this one takes a little while. But that is, we're going to have to say that is a fraction of a second away from continuing the Red Devils season and ending with a 6-5 win in regulation. Instead, the call's been made no goal, and that call ends up with overtime, and that means the maximum points the Red Devils can gain today is 2. With that and 2 more wins, they would end up in a tie with the Admirals, and the Admirals won all 4 games. They have the tiebreaker. So that will, unfortunately...
Tiebreaker in the NZIHL goes to games against the opponents you are tied with.
It's season series with a team you're tied with, and then it goes to goal diff.
Okay.
So I had a read of the rule book,
Goal differential wasn't looking good for the Red Devils either.
No, but they would have been ahead by a point had they won it out because they didn't have any of the tiebreakers.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter now. This discussion is still to figure out all the penalties. And
well, I must say, these last 2 weekends have been about as entertaining of NZIHL action as I've ever seen.
yeah,
With 2 overtime games down in Dunedin, an absolute blitz by a top couple of lines from the Red Devils last night. I mean, no matter what team you're on or what side you're on, that was an absolute barnstorming second period from the Red Devils. And then tonight, what more could you ask for it?
well, you could have asked for a half a second, I think is what I could have
As
asked.
a Red Devils fan, half a second more definitely would have got you the game.
But we continue on here, 5-on-3. As the overtime starts, Malinsky with the puck. He's going to skate around, set up the power play. Lang just sitting there with it. Carey has it. Lang. Malinsky. Lang. Probing the triangle here. Trying to get in on Bull. He's got some traffic. Lang pushes it aside. Malinsky with the long pass looking to one-time it from Carey. Goes back to Lang.
Just healed it.
Carey's going to have to collect that. It goes all the way down. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the overtime. 5-on-3 continues.
Minute 20 on the 5-on-3.
Now, if we were to get to it, both players come out of the box and go 5-on-5 until there's another break. Carey has it. He holds on to it, passes it. Malinsky. Lang. Malinsky. Lang. Walks in, takes a low shot off to Carey. Can't keep it off his skate. Malinsky to Lang. To Carey. Shoots it. Kick save into the corner.
Looking for that one-timer, Carey, but he had a couple passes at his feet.
And that shot ripped as well, but Power holds on to it with 39 seconds to go in the overtime. They continue to run the clock. That has to be fixed. That's still going. 3:27. It's 39.
To the Red Devils. Red Devils make some changes on the power play. They bring out Joe Orr, Eden, and Dallymore.
Yeah, it's got to go back to 3:39 is what it should be. We'll see if it gets corrected here. Referee talking to him for just a moment.
Still haven't seen the
I
clock
still haven't
change.
changed. Yeah, that's wild. That's 12 seconds that the clock has run off. Unbelievable there. That is not helpful timekeeping by the home crowd or the home officials here.
So Thunder have got four on the ice.
I don't understand that, but that means that something else cleared.
Yeah, there was more than two penalties. You've only got space for two there.
Yeah, and then there's another one running through as a repeat, but 5-on-4 is the action into the glass there as that goes high. Oh, and Chris Eden takes one in the chops there as he runs into the board. Low shot in, and it's behind Power, and it's in!
Oh, there we go.
That's a goal! 6-5 the final in one of the most absurd endings I've ever seen in my life.
There was a lot going on there. I don't think Power knew it was behind him, and he just shuffled back, and that forced the puck into the net.
And there was somebody there to sweep it in. Let me see if we got the last second of that. No, we did not. But that was a moment of excitement in what was otherwise kind of a very
chaotic finish.
Yeah, chaotic's a great word for it. Everything that could have happened did happen, except the right things for the Red Devils. They were a half a second off They had 12 seconds lost to power play timing in the overtime, but a shot still gets behind Power. They win it in overtime, almost karma just being polite to them. And the Red Devils finish with 2 points, and that effectively ends their playoff run. Despite that, what an incredible series of 4 hockey games in 9 days.
Yeah, we waited all season for these teams to meet each other. And what an absolute firestorm it was of goals. I mean, how many goals do we have over the 4 games? We had 14 and just 1.
Yeah, it's just excellent ice hockey. 2 teams that were obviously evenly matched. 2 teams that fought like hell all week, both weeks. And it turns out the Red Devils came up just a little bit short when they needed to. But boy, if this is how it is next year, I can't wait. Let's put it on the schedule, right?
Yeah, put them in first.
Put them on the calendar.
Round,
yeah.
First round matchup revenge series.
Well, if you're the scheduler for the NZIHL, take a look at this one. This would be a great one to open with. But with that said, Matt, I guess I do have to bring this up. Now, this will be old because the table's there, but that's 2 points for the Red Devils, 1 for the Thunder as they took this to overtime. And because of that, it's going to be 14 points for the Red Devils, 11 for the Thunder. There are 2 more games scheduled for the Red Devils. We're going to head to Queenstown to take on the Sky City Stampede. 2 more games, but this brings a close to the season for the Thunder. Anything you want to leave, broadcast notes or anything else that you just never got a chance to use, maybe?
I had the dates for the finals series here, but I think
I forget that.
I ripped it off.
Oh, hang on. No, I got it.
Oh,
I got you.
Oh, you're a
I'm
good
prepared.
man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
The Sky City games for the Red Devils against the Stampede are the 18th and 19th. That's Friday, Saturday in Queenstown in the evening.
That's the very last regular season games. There's no other games.
And then the semifinals will occur on the 26th and 27th, and then the finals the 1st to 3rd of September. So just to be very clear about this, we know what that matchup might be. Oh, we know.
We only know the
we
Admirals.
Don't know who
we only know the Admirals are going to be
in
the one of the teams.
Yeah.
But they'll be going to either to Botany or Stampede, depending on if Stampede can win their next. Well, they're still in one game.
Right.
The next couple games in regulation for maximum points.
Yes. The only thing left to figure out is whether the Stampede can catch Botany. And they can, if we go back to that, just for the math nerds out here. If you're still watching this, you're probably interested, so we'll go over it. The Stampede currently, were they winning?
Yes, they were winning. They're still up by 2-1. Third period has just started with 2-1 the score.
And you'll have to watch that one because they're still going right now. But with 29 points, they can reach 38 and catch Botany for that 1 seed. And that gets them past the semifinals. The semifinals, a combined 2-game series, and we'll see who that is. But that makes next weekend's games very compelling for the league, not because of the Red Devils situation, because that's decided, but the Sky City Stampede will be playing for the 1 seed. They'll have home ice one way or the other, but do they play the semis or do they start in the finals? So it's all to play for still for the Stampede, Admirals, and Storm.
Yeah.
Or Swarm.
Yeah, and if you're the Swarm, you haven't played for at least a month.
Yep.
You've had a lot of time off. I mean, do you want that top seed for the home final? Yeah, yes, you do. But do you want to also maybe have a tough game or a couple games to get yourself back into game form before you play those finals?
To me, I think I'd rather lose the final going in clean than having a chance to lose the semifinal. But I don't know. It's a tough one.
It's a long time without playing any serious hockey.
It is indeed. So we'll leave it there. Matt Whiffen and Matt Chavez here bringing you action at the Alpine Ice. This will be the last game at the Alpine Ice this season. So we will. I'll be seeing you along with Dave in Queenstown coming up next week. And Matt, I really cannot wait for next year to do this all over again. I'll be looking for it'll be on my calendar.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I want to say a big thanks to the Phoenix Thunder fans for following the team this year, and to volunteers down in Dunedin for doing a good job on those game days. It's been a very exciting season. It's been a big improvement from the previous year. I mean, hopefully next year we can improve again and have more series like this, because this was super exciting.
It was fun. So for Matt, our cameraman, yes, it was the 3 Matts tonight. Sure enough, we will see you either next week or next year. And take care, everybody. We'll leave it there. Have a good one.